This video is brought to you by XPPen. So the other day I got a really mysterious package waiting for me at my front door. It was really heavy and I had no idea what it was. But then after opening it, I had realized that this was something special. This is the XPPen Artist Pro 19, one of the best digital art tablets in the entire world, and I have no idea how to use it. My name is Shrimpy and I've been making art for over 7 years, but almost 99% of my drawings have all been on paper, not digital art. Literally the only digital art I remember making was my logo, which I did on my old iPad that doesn't even turn on anymore. But now with this fancy drawing tablet in my hands, I thought it'd be the perfect time to try and become a digital art pro in a single week. But spoiler alert, this challenge went a lot differently than I thought it would. But with that, let's see what's inside this thing. I've literally never owned a drawing tablet anything like this. Oh. But I think it's time for a satisfying unboxing montage. Let's go. Oh. Let's see if I can name anything inside this box. This is the craziest drawing tablet ever, because look at all the stuff it comes with. We got a bunch of different electricity ports, we got a bunch of different cables, and a magic box with yeah, I'll figure out what that's for later. In this one we have the beautiful digital drawing pens, but in this one, and last but not least, we have the drawing tablet itself, and this thing, flashbangs my camera apparently, but looks amazing. And now with everything unboxed, let's turn this thing on. Now, with all the different accessories and wires, I did feel a little overwhelmed, especially with the massive user manual. This thing is like a book. But I'm not one to back down from a challenge, so I spent the next hour figuring out what cable goes where, and at last, it was ready. But there was just one last thing I had to do to make me feel like a real digital artist. Oh yeah. Okay, so now with my artist glove on and Photoshop open, let's figure out what we're going to achieve today. Okay, so it's now day 1 of the challenge, and today we're going to be seeing how much of the digital art basics we can learn without any tutorials, no teachers, no nothing, just straight artist instinct. What do I talk? Let's try it. So we got the pen and we know that this thing is what you draw with. Whee! It's got pressure sensitivity, so depending on how hard you press it, it can go thicker and then thinner. Just like that. Wow, look at that! Even this on its own is so fun to play with. Like, oh my god, look at it. Okay, sorry, let me get rid of all this. Now, luckily, I'm already pretty good at using Photoshop because I use it to make all of my video thumbnails. So hopefully we can translate that knowledge into making some digital art. Now, I've watched some digital art videos before, and lots of people have their own, like, fancy custom brushes. I only have the default Photoshop ones, but not gonna lie, they look like they could be kind of fire. So I spent the next hour getting used to sketching with the digital tablet by drawing a couple different characters, so let me know if you can name all of them. But to my surprise, sketching digitally actually felt surprisingly comfortable, and within a couple of sketches I'd already improved so much. Wait, am I cooking? On the first day, I'd gone from this, to this one, which was pretty good, then to this. Was I already becoming a pro at? Nah, you're trash. And that was the end of day 1. But it's now day 2, and today I want to step it up a notch. Because to be honest, because of the tablet's amazing pressure sensitivity, sketching was actually pretty easy. Possibly even too easy. But we still have a lot to learn. So today I wanted to introduce a checklist to know exactly what I wanted to achieve on each day, with the final day being a full epic digital artwork. But in order to do that, we need to learn how to color and blend digitally. Yeah. And today's goal is going to be learning how to blend colors. First I'm going to make a new layer so that we can actually color underneath our sketching. Then equip the brush, make it a bit bigger, select our color, and now, whoa, look at that. Now I could just color this whole thing in one color, but that's not really that impressive. So let's try blending. So I turned on the pressure sensitivity, made a rectangle, and tried blending from blue to purple, but this turned out horrible. No.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. So I pulled up some Sam Does Art videos and a tutorial by Mark Brunette and instantly learned so much. And as a little bonus, Mark's video had a free brush pack. So I made a new rectangle, first laying down the colors and then using the smudge tool, and oh my gosh, it worked. It actually worked. This was literally our first attempt like 20 minutes ago. But after watching this amazing tutorial by Mark Brunette and the one and only Sam Does Art, we have already made this. Oh my gosh. And you know I had to celebrate this with a victory dance. But I then spent the remainder of day 2 experimenting with blending digitally and using the smudge tool, and found myself improving really quickly. But there was still something I hadn't figured out. What did this thing even do? Hello? Bruh. Hold on, let me turn it on and... No way. It is a turntable. And that was the end of day 2. But for day 3, I think it's time to get out of my comfort zone. Today, I'm going to be facing my fears and turning off the sketch layer. Cause if I want to be a digital art pro, I cannot have my messy sketch lines showing in the final artwork. So I copied over this sketch I did from day 2 multiple times so I could spend all of today experimenting with adding different line work. I tried adding black lines, colored lines, thin lines, and even one with no lines at all, with the goal being to make my drawings look as polished and clean as possible. And not gonna lie, after completing these 3 practice drawings, I understand it now. Okay, so first we got the one where I used black lines. Now, this was my least favorite out of the 3 studies, but it already looked so much better than the one that we did in day 2. Then I tried out using colored lines. Now see here, I used blue outlines instead of black, and I think it had a really nice effect. Although I did forget to fine line this part. But then finally, we got the no lines version. And not gonna lie, I did not even know I was capable of doing this, but this one turned out so good. But let me know which one out of these 3 you guys like the most. And with this amazing progress we made, it had brought us to the end of day 3. But as I went to go to sleep, I just couldn't stop thinking about what I would draw for the final artwork. If I was even good enough, what I hadn't learned yet. Day 4 began right as the clock hit midnight, as I knew exactly what I wanted to draw. If you're a member of my art Discord server, you would have heard of the myth of evil Shrimpy, a mysterious, sinister being that appears once every while and haunts the server. Nobody knows who the true identity of evil Shrimpy is, or why they choose to wreak havoc on our community. But the one thing I know for sure is that he's my arch nemesis. So I stayed up until late making the character design of evil Shrimpy, putting all the techniques, skills, and tips I learned to the test to see if I could create the true form of this evil being. And at 2 AM, it was complete. I had stayed up way too late making Evil Shrimpy's character design and was feeling super tired. So I took the entirety of day 4 off doing the things that I enjoy most. But now on day 5, I decided that it'd be a good idea to get some feedback on what I've drawn so far from a real digital artist. So I got out my phone and called the incredibly talented Orb. Yo!
Hi!
What's up, gamer?
Hello, gamer. Go ahead, give me the rundown.
Okay, so I got the tablet. I've been learning digital art for like 4 days or so, and I think I'm actually getting the hang of it pretty well, but I wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on how I've gone so far.
Okay. Do I get something to work with?
No, I'm just gonna like telepathically show you what I've been working on.
Okay.
Okay, ready? It's not this blank canvas.
Okay.
So
it's not the blank canvas.
Okay, here we are. Boom.
Whoa! Oh my god. You got the lighting done very well. Like my eyes, they naturally gravitate towards like the eyes there.
That's good.
You know, because I was thinking about digital art tips, and one of the first things that came to my mind was to practice values. But it looks like you've got the coloring like very figured out already.
Oh, thank you. I don't know, I like watched the Sam Does Art tutorial and this one by, what's his name? Mark Brunette, I think. And
I love Mark Brunette.
But I also did it all on one layer, so I don't really know how to use layers.
Oh my goodness.
How would you approach using layers in like a huge piece?
There's not really a way to go about it, so long as it works. Whenever you're working on something, you make a layer above what you're working on, and then you can just merge it once you're happy with it, and then you can continue doing that loop, and you can make as much layers as you want, so long as it helps. Another tip I have is a lot of people, they will make the drawing hyper detailed in places that the viewer's eyes don't really look at in the first place.
So like, don't worry too much about like down here.
Oh heck yeah. And I'm thinking I want to see the hand being more sharp, more defined. What you can also do is you see how the fingers are bending?
Yeah.
For your next piece, you should make those parts dark as well. Also because I think the light's coming from the back.
I completely forgot that everything in front is supposed to be dark. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. Whoopsie. Orb then helped me with a bunch more digital art tips to prepare for the final artwork until we got a little sidetracked. Who is this little guy?
It's you.
But thank you so much to Orb for helping me out, and make sure to subscribe to her channel. Her vids are amazing. But with that, it was now the end of day 5, which meant tomorrow would mark the start of the epic final artwork. I wrote down all the tips Orb gave me and started gathering references with the artwork. I wanted the piece to be an epic battle between Evil Shrimpy and myself. So I spent the night filling my Pinterest board with pins like this, and at last, it was time. So for the second last time in this challenge, I got out my XPPen tablet and began working on the final artwork. Now, while I begin doing so, I just want to say thank you so much for 500,000 subscribers. What an absolutely incredible milestone. You guys have seriously changed my life, and I'm beyond grateful. So to give back to you guys, I got a little announcement to make, and I think you guys are gonna like this one. Because I'm a traditional artist and I prefer working with my sketchbook and markers, I'm actually gonna be giving away this professional drawing tablet to one of you guys, because I know that there's someone out there who could really benefit from owning one of these things. So let me explain how to enter this giveaway. Because I want to make sure I get the tablet to someone who actually needs it to pursue their art career, and not someone that's just gonna be like, damn, draw a smiley face and never use it again. I made a Google Doc which I'll be posting in my art Discord server 24 hours after this video goes live. In that doc, there'll be space for you to show some of your artworks and basically explain how having this tablet would help you in your art career. So make sure to join my art Discord server with the link in the description and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. But with that, we are coming to the end of this insane challenge of learning digital art in a singular week. I couldn't be happier with how this challenge went and how much I was able to improve over the span of 7 days. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and join the Discord server. Thank you so much to XPPen for making this video possible, and if you want to buy one of these incredible tablets for yourself, the link to it along with my discount code is in the description. I love you all so much, and at last I present to you the final artwork, Evil Shrimpy versus Shrimpy.
You know what the top part of your mascot reminds me of?
What?
Have you ever had bao?
Bao? That looks so yummy. Oh, I have.
It is yummy.
I've had one of these. Wait, what? What the hell?
See, it's the guy. It's the little guy.